There is a little over 2 months left in the season, and with 7 races still to be run, they're going to come thick and fast. Off the back of Ferrari's shock win in Singapore, there's been a lot of discussion about whether or not Red Bull will return to form at Suzuka, and the answer is, of course they will. Today we'll tell you why, as well as Ferrari's hopes for the race, Mercedes' chances, and the driver lineups for Alpha Tauri and Aston Martin, so don't go anywhere. Red Bull's unbeaten streak in F1 finally ended at the Singapore Grand Prix, as Max Verstappen only finished 5th. Had the safety car timing been kinder, Verstappen could have challenged for the podium at least, but it wasn't to be. Then again, if the stewards had taken a sterner view of his impeding in qualifying, he could have started far further back on the grid. The FIA issued a new technical directive that came into effect in Singapore, looking to stamp out flexible aerodynamic bodywork in response to it running rampant through the paddock. With Red Bull suddenly struggling, many were quick to suggest that the directive was the reason for the RB19 looking uncompetitive for the first time this year. Team boss Christian Horner was adamant it had no impact on Red Bull. "It's all engineering stuff. There's no silver bullet in this business," he said. "I know all of you would love to blame the TD, but unfortunately we can't even blame that because it's not changed a single component on our car." Verstappen also dismissed fears that Red Bull's season will be curtailed by the TD, confident he'll be right back at the front at Suzuka this weekend. "No, I think we'll be quick at Suzuka. It's not my problem what their worries are," Verstappen added. Is that actually true though, or did the technical directive make a difference? We'll check it out right after I tell you about this amazing course I've been taking called Learn and Earn Profits Online. As much as I love Formula 1 and making content for you all, I need something else to make money from, and thanks to Learn and Earn Profits online digital marketing course, I have that. This course helps you start your own online business in your spare time, and you don't need any experience whatsoever. The course teaches you everything you need to know about making money online. If you don't want to sell your own product for whatever reason, you can just resell the course to other people at the price you paid for it. Buying the course gives you the master resale rights, and you can sell it as many times as you want. Selling it on to one other person means you get the cost of the course back. One sale a day will generate a monthly income of $15,000. And with your newly learned marketing skills, you should find selling it easy. Let's say you want to start selling your own Formula 1 fan merch. You could sell t-shirts with some classic quotes like "No Mikey No" or "Don't Fox Smash My Door." Learn and Earn Profits Online will teach you how to create your brand. I'd buy those t-shirts, but no one will find your store unless you have a great marketing strategy. This course teaches you how to create effective marketing campaigns and social media content that your potential clients want to engage with. The community pages were a great help as well. So many inspirational people who have found success through this course helped me find success as well. Click the link in the description and start your own online digital marketing business right now and get a $50 Amazon gift card for free. Right, let's talk about flexi wings. For those who don't know, flexi wings or bodywork refers to parts of the car that deform under aerodynamic load. Nothing can be built with 100% rigidity, so this happens to multiple parts of a Formula 1 car, but it can be built into certain areas for an aerodynamic advantage. The place it is easiest to see is on the front wing due to the placement of TV cameras just behind the wing on the nose of the cars. As the cars go faster, the aerodynamic load on the car increases. As the load increases, the front wing will bend back, reducing the frontal area exposed to the load, therefore reducing the drag created, giving an advantage in straight line speed. We can look at the end of straight speed data to work out if Red Bull were affected or not. This data is easily available on multiple websites for anyone who's interested in looking deeper. If we look at the data from the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend and compare the difference in the end of straight speed between a lap with DRS and without DRS in FP2. On this graph showing speed in kilometers an hour over a lap, the white line is a lap with DRS and the orange is without DRS. You can see there is an end of straight speed difference of approximately 24 kilometers an hour. Now, when compared to the data from Singapore after the technical directive had taken effect, the variance in top speeds has decreased to 20 kilometers an hour. Obviously, fuel loads and engine settings will have an effect, but there is a clear 17% reduction in the advantage gained by DRS, implying that the technical directive did make a difference. Is it to blame for Red Bull's performance though? Absolutely not. You could see why they were struggling so much on track just by watching the coverage. The Red Bull car was all over the place in the corners, where the flexing of wing components has no effect on performance. The Marina Bay circuit has a few features that, when combined, really made the RB19 suffer. The first is the track surface. Being a street circuit, the track suffers from the same problem as most streets in your local city do, They constantly have cars going over them, causing damage and then being repaired. The surface is never going to be as smooth as a dedicated racing track, and Red Bull suffered from that. Verstappen himself mentioned that his car was bottoming out, causing the front tyres to lose grip and resulting in reduced braking performance and understeer during turns. Interestingly, he also struggled with exit oversteer, creating a setup nightmare for the driver. If you want to know more about why Singapore affected Red Bull more than any other team, then check out our last video on them from earlier in the week where I talk about their chassis design. Singapore boasts numerous tight corners that feed into straight sections. You need strong traction to be able to accelerate quickly and brake late to make the most of these straights, and with a car that was unstable under braking and going sideways through most corners, Red Bull just couldn't do that. Suzuka though, the next track on the calendar, is a traditional circuit with a good surface and way more fast corners. McLaren's CEO Zak Brown spelled it out for us. This was kind of an anomaly. That isn't stopping Charles Leclerc from getting excited about his team's chances though. I really hope it's possible to reproduce that in Suzuka, he told the media after the race in Singapore. I'm really looking forward to seeing it because if we do that, then it's a really good sign for the future. Having seen his teammate, the famously underappreciated Carlos Sainz, bag back-to-back podiums and the team's first win of the season, Charles will want to get in on the action. With Red Bull returning to form though, that might be a challenge. They'll also have to contend with Mercedes. Merck took the opportunity presented by the late safety car in Singapore to pit both their cars for fresh tyres, while race leader Carlos Sainz stayed out to maintain track position. The Spaniard's decision to keep Lando Norris within DRS range of him is probably the only reason that George Russell wasn't able to pass the McLaren and then have a chance to take the race off the DRS-less Ferrari. Looking ahead to the Japanese Grand Prix this weekend at Suzuka, Wolff said in Mercedes' race preview, "Japan is always a unique event with very passionate fans. The track is incredibly challenging, and the drivers love racing on it. The margins were so close in Singapore, so we'll be aiming for another competitive showing in Suzuka. We lost some ground in the Constructors' Championship to Ferrari at the last race," he pointed out. "We are looking forwards, not back though. Our focus is on maximising the package we have and scoring as many points as possible. If we do so, I'm confident we can extend our advantage," Wolff concluded. The Ferrari versus Mercedes battle in the Constructors' Championship is heating up in the closing stages of the season, and with just 24 points separating the two teams sitting third and second respectively, every position counts. Finally, a quick update on the driver situation for Tauri and Aston Martin. After his impressive 9th place in Singapore, Liam Lawson will definitely keep filling in for the injured Daniel Ricciardo at Suzuka this weekend. Ricciardo will be heading to Australia for some physio and rehab, instead of making an appearance on the pit wall as he did last weekend. At Aston Martin, Lance Stroll definitely will be racing in Japan according to the team, who had to respond to a massive social media posts saying he was pulling out following his crash last weekend. Do you think Ferrari or Mercedes have any chance of challenging Red Bull at Suzuka? Or was Singapore just an anomaly like Zak Brown said? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.